Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something a lot of men wonder about. How can you tell if you're a highly attractive guy? Now, attraction isn't just about looks or a perfect physique. It's about the overall vibe you give off and the way people, particularly women, perceive you. So if you've ever thought to yourself, am I attractive? This video is for you, whether women voice it or not. You might be giving off some serious signals that you're more attractive than you think now. Let's start with the first. The thing that people often overlook, confidence. It's that unspoken power that people can feel when you walk into a room. You know, the guy who doesn't have to announce his presence. He just enters and suddenly people notice him. That's confidence in action. Confidence is one of those rare qualities that isn't learned overnight, but it's something you can definitely work on. When you're comfortable in your own skin, it radiates. Women can sense it from miles away, and trust me, confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It means you know your worth, but don't need to prove it to anyone. So whether you're in a group, setting a work meeting, or just hanging out with friends, if you're the person who remains calm and collected, you're definitely giving off an attractive energy then. There's the way you carry yourself. Body language plays a huge role in attraction. You could be the best looking guy in the room, but if you're hunched over, looking down, or avoiding eye contact, you're not making the most of your presence. On the flip side, standing tall, making deliberate movements, and maintaining good posture can instantly make you seem more attractive. The way you move, the way you gesture when speaking, the way you smile, all of this communicates a lot about your level of self-assurance and, in turn, your attractiveness. It's like saying without words that you're in control and that people should take you seriously. Another thing that sets highly attractive men apart is the way they treat others. Kindness and respect go a long way, and it's not just about being nice. It's about being genuinely interested in others. Do you listen when people talk? Do you show empathy? Do you care about people's feelings? Women, and people in general, are drawn to men who show kindness without expecting anything in return. When you make someone feel heard, understood, and respected, that's a huge turn-on. Attractive men don't just focus on themselves. They make the people around them feel better. It's the difference between being charming and being manipulative. One comes from a place of self-assurance, and the other is rooted in insecurity. So, when you make it a point to be polite, to engage, and to make others feel good about themselves, you're not just being a nice guy, you're actively making yourself more attractive. Then there's the way you dress. I'm not talking about wearing expensive clothes or following the latest trends. I'm talking about wearing clothes that fit you well and suit your style. How you dress speaks volumes about how you perceive yourself. It doesn't have to be designer brands or high fashion, but when you put thought into your appearance, you show that you value yourself. A man who takes pride in his appearance, even with simple clothing, instantly appears more attractive. The key is wearing what makes you feel good and what aligns with your personality. When you dress in a way that reflects who you are and feels comfortable, it gives you a certain aura, and let's be honest, when you look good, you feel good, and that positivity shines through now. Let's talk about passion. What gets you excited? What do you care about? Highly attractive men tend to be passionate about something, whether it's their career, hobbies, or helping others. Passion is magnetic. It shows that you have something going on in your life beyond just looking good or having a great personality. When you have drive, ambition, and focus on your goals, you naturally become more attractive. People, especially women, are drawn to individuals who are passionate because it shows that you have depth. It also gives them something to connect with and maybe even something to be inspired by. So, if you haven't found that passion yet, now is the perfect time to figure it out. Whether it's a hobby, a personal project, or your career, find something you can pour your energy into, and here's a big one: humor. A sense of humor is one of those traits that makes you stand out from the crowd. It's not about telling the best jokes or being the life of the party. It's about your ability to lighten the mood and make people smile. Humor in its best form shows that you don't take yourself too seriously. It means you're comfortable enough to laugh at yourself and enjoy life without being bogged down by stress or negativity. Women find humor incredibly attractive because it creates a connection. When you can make someone laugh, you make them feel good. And that's a huge boost to your attractiveness. Lastly, and this one is often overlooked, is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is your ability to understand and manage your emotions as well as those of others. It's about being aware of how you're feeling and knowing how to express those emotions in healthy ways. But more importantly, it's about understanding how others are feeling and responding appropriately. A man who is emotionally intelligent can navigate relationships, work situations, and life's challenges with grace. He's the type of person who can recognize when someone is upset, offer support without overstepping, and know how to communicate in ways that make others feel comfortable. When you have high emotional intelligence, you build trust and respect, which in turn makes you even more attractive. So, to sum it all up, being an attractive man is about more than just your looks. It's about the way you carry yourself, the way you treat others, your passions, and your emotional intelligence. It's about being someone who values himself, respects others, and brings positivity to every situation. When you focus on improving these areas of your life, you'll start noticing that people, particularly women, are naturally drawn to you. Attraction isn't something you can fake or force. It comes from being your authentic self. And when you are, you'll find that you're more attractive than you ever imagined. Now that we've covered some of the key traits of a highly attractive man, let's dive a little deeper into how you can cultivate these qualities. It's all about understanding that attraction isn't a static thing, it's dynamic, and it evolves as you grow and develop. The first thing to remember is that attraction comes from being comfortable with who you are. This might sound like a simple concept, but many people overlook it. Being comfortable with yourself means accepting your flaws and strengths. And it's an ongoing journey. Take the time to explore who you are at your core. What do you enjoy doing? In your free time, what makes you feel fulfilled? When you focus on building your own life, working on your own goals, and developing your skills, you not only become more attractive to others, but also more fulfilling to yourself. This doesn't mean you need to have it all figured out, but having a clear sense of your values and your passions gives you a sense of purpose. And that radiates outwards now. This is where the concept of personal growth really ties into your attractiveness. Growth doesn't stop when you hit adulthood. It's a lifelong journey, and it's what sets highly attractive men apart from others. Men who are constantly learning, improving, pushing themselves to reach new heights, whether in their career, relationships, or personal lives, stand out. This could mean working on your physical fitness, expanding your knowledge, or taking on new challenges that make you grow. When you show that you are constantly evolving, people notice. But remember, while growth is important, so is the ability to stay grounded. A man who can keep his feet on the ground while reaching for the stars is an incredibly attractive combination. Humility in this sense goes hand in hand with success. The idea is that you can be proud of your achievements, but you don't need to constantly announce them to the world. Your actions and your results speak louder than words ever could. And while confidence is important, arrogance is not. Humility doesn't mean you downplay your strengths. It means that you recognize that no one is perfect, and you're open to learning and improving now. Let's talk about connection. People, especially women, are attracted to men who have strong connections with others. This means being a man of substance, someone who can forge meaningful relationships. Whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues, showing that you are capable of building and nurturing deep connections says a lot about your character. People want to be around others who make them feel good, and a man who invests time and effort into his relationships, who nurtures them, and who is supportive. That's incredibly attractive, and it's not just about how you treat others. It's about how you treat yourself. Self-care is essential, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. When you value yourself, when you take care of your body, mind, and soul, you are signaling to the world that you know you're worth it. Whether it's getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising, or taking time for your hobbies, these are all ways that you express self-love. And let me tell you, self-love is a magnet for attraction. When you love yourself, you are at your most attractive, and that love extends to the way you treat others. This brings us to another crucial point: emotional maturity. Highly attractive men don't react impulsively or let their emotions control their actions. They are able to handle life's ups and downs with grace and poise. Emotional maturity is about being able to assess situations, think critically, and respond in a way that's respectful and balanced. It's the ability to stay calm under pressure, to communicate openly about feelings, and to approach conflict resolution in a healthy way. Women find emotional maturity incredibly attractive because it's a sign of stability, strength, and resilience. No one wants to be around someone who is constantly losing their temper or acting irrationally. Emotional maturity says, I'm in control of my life, and I can handle whatever comes my way. Lastly, let's talk about being a good communicator. This might seem like a no-brainer, but trust me, communication is one of the most underrated qualities that makes a man attractive. Being able to express your thoughts clearly, listen actively, and engage in meaningful conversations will set you apart. Good communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening as well. When you listen attentively and show that you genuinely care about what the other person is saying, it builds trust and a deep connection. Being able to share your ideas, feelings, and experiences openly, while also creating a safe space for others to do the same, is incredibly powerful. So as we wrap up, let's revisit the idea of attraction. It's not just about the way you look or how much money you make. It's about the energy you bring into the room, the way you interact with people, the way you carry yourself. Being a highly attractive man isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity. When you focus on building yourself into a well-rounded, confident, and emotionally intelligent person, that's when you truly become magnetic. And the best part? Attraction is contagious. The more you embody these qualities, the more others will be drawn to you. Thanks for sticking around for this deeper dive into attraction. I hope you've picked up some tips and insights that can help you become the best version of yourself. Remember, attraction isn't just about what others see. It's about how you see yourself and how you feel about yourself. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep being the amazing man you're meant to be. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Share with someone who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content like this. Until next time, stay confident and keep being you.